Hello and welcome to the Daily Comic and Collectible, episode 381. Now today, the collectible of the day is the DC Comics, DC Artists Alley, Hot Topic exclusive, Zombie variant, Superman limited edition statue. From DC Artists Alley, Chris Uminga creates this limited edition variant Superman statue. Inspired by the popular comic convention experience, DC Artists Alley is an artist-focused limited edition designer vinyl statue line that merges indie design with the most iconic characters in the DC universe. Christopher Uminga is a Connecticut-based painter and illustrator who blends together creepy and cute. His influences include classic movies, Saturday morning cartoons, graffiti, and low-brow outsider art. This statue is the zombie variant of the regular Superman in the Artists Alley series, and is in Christopher Uminga's style. This is a Hot Topic exclusive piece and was limited to 1,000 pieces. Statue stands 6.5 inches in height and comes with a signed art print of the statue. Released by DC Comics. Now the comic of the day is Crisis on Infinite Earths, Volume 1, Issue number 7, with a cover date of October 1985, with story by Marv Wolfman and Robert Greenberger, art by George Perez, and cover by George Perez. This issue is titled Beyond the Silent Night. We open overlooking the universes of the 5 Earths on a floating asteroid. Alex and Lila are joined by Pariah, who ask what part the Monitor could have intended him to play in the crisis. Lila responds that she's been told Monitor's plans and knows what part he'll play in the conclusion. Representatives of 6 Earths must play parts in these plans. Earth 2 Superman, Earth 1 Superman, Uncle Sam from Earth X, Captain Marvel from Earth S, and Blue Beetle from Earth 4. All 5 Earths are slowly merging, and time still runs riot on all of them. Finally, Lila, Alex, and Pariah stand on the asteroid with Lady Quark, Superman of Earth 1, Uncle Sam, Captain Marvel, Superman of Earth 2, and the Blue Beetle. The heroes want to battle, but Alex and Lila tell them that they must know exactly what they are fighting. Here, the heroes are told the origin and birth of the multiverse, the Monitor, and the Anti-Monitor, plus the Anti-Monitor's plans to destroy all positive universes. They also learn of the Monitor's vow to stop him, with the aid of a multiverse of heroes. And the fighters have been chosen. The 2 Supermen of Earth 1 and 2, Lady Quark, Captain Atom, Jade, Green Lantern of Earth 2, Wonder Woman, Captain Marvel, The Ray, John Johns, Wildfire, Firestorm, Dr. Light, and Supergirl. Alex reveals his secret power. Being composed of both positive and negative matter, he can open a portal between their multiverse and the antimatter universe. Pariah can then guide them to their enemy. Alex then tears open a space warp, admits the heroes into the universe of Quard. Finally, the heroes arrive at the bizarre fortress of the Anti-Monitor. They have been watched by their foe, who orders the psycho pirate to make them emotionally controlled slaves. The pirate fearfully tells his master that controlling the 3 Earths has exhausted his power, and he must recharge. The Anti-Monitor angrily knocks him down and prepares to take charge personally. In the fortress, the heroes search for their enemy. Abruptly, Pariah is gripped by a strong hand, the fortress wall itself. But he is vulnerable to harm. However, Superman of Earth 2 is knocked reeling by another such hand. Monsters materialize from walls and begin fighting the Monitor's warriors. The heroes can barely hold a stalemate, for their monsters, once smashed, can reform in seconds. Superman is in the forefront, searching for the Anti-Monitor, while the others hold off the monsters. Pariah leads the way with Dr. Light by his side. Suddenly, a thrusting trunk of stone seemingly obliterates Pariah. Dr. Light vows that the Anti-Monitor will pay for that death and blazes off. Superman catches up with her, near a huge machine, which she identifies as a solar collector the villain is using to reduce the vibrational frequencies of the Earth's, and thus merge and annihilate them. Superman vows to destroy it. Then, the Anti-Monitor strikes Superman, and his cry of pain is heard by Supergirl, who heads to her cousin's side. Dr. Light attacks the enemy but is rebuffed. He continues pounding the near-helpless Man of Steel. Racing to the scene, Supergirl passes Pariah, digging herself out of the rubble. The Anti-Monitor is about to kill Superman with an energy blast, when Supergirl crashes into the villain with all her might. She delivers blow after blow, screaming, while Dr. Light looks on, inspired by her courage and selflessness. But the villain is too powerful. He knocks Supergirl back with a mighty smash, repulsing her with a power blast, and announces that he will kill Superman, and then her. Bleeding, she shouts, but he will never kill Superman, and rips the floor from underneath him, causing his blast to miss her cousin. Then she pounds the enemy again and again, as the villain screams that she is destroying his life shell. Dr. Light, watching, realizes the selflessness of her own life compared to Supergirl's, and announces that the Girl of Steel has shown him the true path. Superman groggily calls for his cousin. The battered Anti-Monitor smashes Supergirl away again. His body has been almost totally destroyed by her pulverizing blows, and his energy is now waning. Supergirl goes to her cousin's side and takes him to Dr. Light, telling her to take him to the others after she makes her move. Turning, she rockets into the Anti-Monitor and sends them both into the massive vibration-reducing machine, turning it into scrap. She smashes onto her foe's body, screaming that his scheme is over at last. Dr. Light is horrified by the combat and calls for Supergirl to offer help. When Kara turns to reply, the Anti-Monitor grabs her with both hands and sends a titanic energy burst through her body. As Superman screams her name, Supergirl falls. The Anti-Monitor, his body in ruins, shambles off to a portion of his fortress which is used as a spacecraft and escapes. He needs time to heal, but he swears to stand triumphant at the dawn of time. With his departure, the fortress begins to fall apart. Green Lantern of Earth 2 contacts the other heroes. Wildfire reports that they've destroyed the merging machine, but they've also had a casualty. Superman, holding his still conscious cousin, begs her to live. Bleeding from many wounds, Kara tries to console him. He tells her she's ruined the villain's machine, and she gives thanks that she's given the Earth the chance to live. She asks him not to cry, tells him she loves him, and dies in his arms. Superman screams in anguish. Superman takes Supergirl's body and follows his friends. Now empty, the fortress disintegrates. For the most part, the 5 Earths are now out of danger. The time distortion has ceased, and the Earths remain linked, if not fully merged. Soon afterwards, the world receives the news of Supergirl's death, and a memorial service is held in Chicago. Thousands of people, including many superheroes and a grieving Brainiac 5, attend. Batgirl makes the opening address, praising her friends, while Lois Lane oversees the broadcast. Later, Superman leaves his Fortress of Solitude with the body of Supergirl, wrapped in her indestructible cape, and sets her free in space, promising to remember and miss her forever. Geek Fact: this was considered a key issue, not only for being the death of Supergirl, but this cover was awarded the DC Comics All-Time Best Cover Award of 2007. Bonus Geek Fact: homages to this cover can be seen in Superman, Man of Steel, issue number 10 from April of 1992, Supergirl Volume 4, issue number 79 from April of 2003, Firestorm Volume 3, issue number 21 from March of 2006, and Adventure Comics Volume 2, issue number 5 from February of 2010. It continues to be referenced not just by DC, but by other publishers as well. An example would be Marvel's X-Factor, Volume 4, Issue 10, from August of 2021. Advertising Ad Fact: the world's greatest superpowers at your command, now on video to enjoy at your home, anytime. The Superpower Collection. Collect all 4 for only $24.98 each. Superman, Batman, Superboy, and Aquaman, from Warner Home Video, now available on VHS and Beta. Wow, am I old. While on the topic of superpowers, get in on the action! With the all-new Power Action and decide the battle of good versus evil. New from 1984 by Kenner Toys, the Superpowers collection with all your favorite heroes. Hawkman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, The Flash, and Green Lantern. And all your favorite villains. The Joker, Penguin, Brainiac, and Lex Luthor. Each figure has its own power action. And final geek fact. Kara Zor-El appeared in Comics and Action Comics, issue number 252 from May of 1959. In her debut story, she was born and raised in Argo City, a fragment of Krypton that survived destruction. The city gets doomed by a meteor shower, and she's sent to Earth by her parents to be raised by her cousin Kal-El. She adopted the identity of an orphan, Linda Lee, and made Midvale Orphanage her home. She promised Superman she'd keep her existence on Earth a secret so that Superman could use her as a secret weapon. But that didn't stop her from exploring her powers secretly. She joined the Legion of Superheroes, like her cousin had done as a teenager, and in Action Comics, issue number 279, she was adopted by the Danvers family, becoming Linda Lee Danvers. For 3 years, she fought side by side with Superman, as his secret weapon. She was finally introduced to the world by Superman, in Action Comics, issue number 285, from February of 1962. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me for another Daily Comic and Collectible, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. This is Cat Fan Comics Man, and I'll catch you on the flip. Over and out.